taking responsibility for our actions when something goes wrong is essential. But as a WSH professional, we also have to recommend corrective and preventive actions, also known as CAPA. That's what this section is about. Let's find out more. As a WSH professional, what are the corrective measures you would recommend? Can you write them down in the next few seconds? Let's see if we have similar points. First, corrective action must be monitored upon implementation. We must ensure that it works in accordance to how we planned it out to work. The monitoring of corrective action is part of the plan, do, act, check process. In fact, it is an integral part of that management process. We must be sure to monitor the effectiveness of the corrective action. These corrective and preventive actions are essential to maintain and improve the organization's safety and health performance. When you recommend a corrective action or preventive action, you want to ensure that you are tackling the root cause. Otherwise, the same problem may occur repeatedly. We need to state the persons responsible for action items so that they are aware of their responsibilities and the target date of completion. Once you have your corrective or preventive actions prescribed with a full list of details, such as the target date of completion and the persons responsible for the actions, we mustn't forget to review dates of action items so as to track progress. That's enough points to note. We'll now move on to the framework called CAPA. CAPA stands for Corrective Action, Preventive Action. In short, once there is a deviation in the measured effect, we should always search for the root cause of the deviation. Once we've got that identified, we should look for ways to prevent the deviation in effect by targeting the root cause. This way, the original effect can be met again. Now, we will go on to talk about corrective action and preventive action. What is the difference between the two? Well, corrective action is action taken to eliminate the cause or causes of an existing non-conformity or other undesirable situations. It is to correct improper behavior or deviance from the actual behavior at the workplace. On the other hand, preventive action is done to address inadequate conditions which may produce non-conformances. Preventive actions are usually taken so as to prevent a recurrence of the problem. Now that we have defined the terms, I hope you have a better idea of the difference between the two. Corrective and preventive actions can be short-term or long-term. Short-term actions are usually directed at the correction of the immediate causes of the accident. For example, a faulty ladder that caused a worker to fall after use needs to be replaced. As a WSH professional, you must bear in mind that all short-term measures only address the immediate causes of an accident. If the root causes are not removed, they will repeat themselves and the accidents will happen again.